Hello, it's Bren from Marysville, Michigan. It's time for another audio podcast of Have a Drink, Let's Talk with your host, Edward Mann. Cue the damn intro music.
Thank you. Calm down. Let's calm down now. So, it looks like I have a few guests in the studio for tonight's show. I'm not quite sure how you guys got in here or who let you in, but I'll get to the bottom of that later. It is March 19th, 2022. It is 8 p.m. This is WEVM Productions presents Have a Drink and Let's Talk audio podcast. I am your host, Edward V. Mann Jr. I want to welcome listeners, and we got a great show for you tonight, so sit back, relax, enjoy yourself, and have a drink and let's talk. My phone guest on today's podcast is a very talented young man who is an indie pop musician, singer-songwriter, video producer, local stage actor, YouTube sensation from Marysville, Michigan, Mr. Bren X. That's Brenaxe. Did I leave anything out?
No, it seems like you got it all.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time and joining me. Everything's good for you, I hope, right?
Yeah, going good over here. Just in my room, you know.
Oh, cool. So, do you describe yourself as an indie pop singer?
So, that is actually something that I've been telling people, like, not recently, but when I made my first album, The Forgotten Man, that's what I told people. I said I was an indie pop singer-songwriter. But recently my music's been changing, and this new thing I'm working on, it's kind of more like cinematic punk rock almost.
Oh, okay.
It's a weird mix. I guess it's just what happens when you keep making your own music and you start to learn your own genre. So.
Sure. Cool. I have been reviewing all your songs on YouTube. Right. And first of all, let's tell everybody where they can listen to your music. All right, so let them know out there where you're at.
So I am available to listen to on all mainstream media platforms: Spotify, Apple Music. It's Brenaxe, Brenaxe. You can find me on any platform really if it streams music.
Cool. You want to talk about Brighter Skies album?
Yes. So that album was my first studio recorded album. I have always made my own instrumentals myself through FL Studio.
Okay.
Started around 2 years ago. And I've always loved it. I've always enjoyed making my own music, but I've always had issues with like my own vocal mixing because vocal mixing itself is very difficult.
Definitely.
And I do not have the equipment for that.
Definitely.
So start of my album, The Brighter Skies, I started going to a studio for that where my guy Lee Hoffman, he would mix my vocals for me, and they turned out so great. I'm very impressed with how they turn out, and musically wise, that is probably one of the best albums I have ever heard come out of this area. Just being proud of myself.
Sure. I like all different kinds of music, and I definitely checked yours out, and I listened to it, and there's 2 or 3 songs that I really do enjoy on there. And I wanted to tell you on a personal note, the Reassurance Scattered, the orchestra parts on that I think are brilliant and well placed.
That is actually one of my favorite instrumentations out of the album. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was so strategically performed. Everything fit so well. And then I thought your video, making a whole symphony in my bedroom, was definitely very clever as well. So I got a good kick out of that one. So
Yeah, I'm actually working on a new one of that video.
Oh, okay.
Right now. Making an emo rap song because that's a very popular one in my my peers. So I decided I'll just kind of milk on that subject while it's popular.
Gotcha. From concept to finish, your Brighter Skies album, about how long did it take from beginning to end, do you think?
So the concept was created back in 2020, Brighter Skies. I made a song. It can actually be found in my YouTube channel, uploaded like a year or two ago, called Bright. It's hard to explain because I created the concept brighter, like brighter skies, in a fashion of being in a better place, feeling happy with yourself. It's like a happy concept. And when I started adding on to this, and eventually I started working on the album, like the music for the album Brighter Skies, in, I want to say, December or November of 2020. And it was finally released September of 2022, October, I think. No, October of 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and
so it took almost a year.
Okay, all right, that's cool. You got like 10 songs on there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was more of a test album.
Sure.
To see how I'd fit in musically.
Right. And you're still a young man, still writing songs, right?
Yeah, I'm 18. I'm working on another album. I've actually have 2 albums planned now already.
Okay.
Future, their names already there. The concepts are written. So yeah, I've got a lot coming up. I actually am planning on releasing a deluxe for the Brighter Skies soon.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure when though.
Cool. I read somewhere, it was something online too, where it said you kind of base your music on real life, growing up.
So there is a lot of stuff like personally written. I don't like to write about specific events because then like anyone who knows that specific event can be like, oh, that's really this right here.
Right.
So what I like to do is it's inspired and I like to justify it, but I don't like to write about it. So I'll kind of like take that subject and rewrite it and make it more inspired by it
than
about it.
Okay. Cool. That's very interesting approach how you attack that.
I'd still be doing that. Like that hasn't changed.
Yeah. So like as far as musicians, then who inspires you?
One of the main reasons I started like producing music had to be the artist Nate Roos.
Okay.
He was the lead singer in Fun, who was the one that created like the song "We Are Young."
Right.
Some Nights. He created his own separate album in 2015 called Grand Romantic. Mm-hmm. And that album is one of my favorite albums to this day. And I've actually had people like listen to it and be like, yeah, this makes sense how like your music has formed.
Right.
Like I feel I've taken that and made it kind of a more like 2020 approach.
Okay.
If it makes sense.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So now you do everything on, as far as music goes, everything you do is like MIDI wise, or?
So far in this the last couple albums I've done majority of everything through MIDI.
Okay.
I don't like to sample anything. I don't feel right sampling people's stuff because it makes me feel like I'm stealing. I have had in the Brighter Skies album, there's one song that is not that has a saxophone solo that I actually recorded myself through my saxophone.
Oh, okay.
That's the song "Fight of Our Lives." It has a saxophone solo at the end. And in this new album I'm working on, I actually have a synth now that I've been able to record off of.
Oh, cool.
So that's going to come soon, and I'm planning on learning that a lot more than I do now.
Right. Awesome. sounds like you're keeping kind of busy with that stuff, huh?
Yeah, I'm usually when I get a paycheck, it automatically goes into music.
It's a lot of fun. What I want to talk to you about also is your music video of "I'm Alive" from the same from the same album. I've watched it 2 or 3 times and I like it. And I was just wondering your thoughts when you were writing that song. Just kind of curious.
I'm Alive was kind of actually that time zone's actually kind of a blur when I wrote the song. I do remember that second verse with kind of like the more rock style.
Right.
That I changed so many times. It used to be so different than what it is now. And I was also like, I never knew what to write in it. The lyrics were always very confusing for me. But eventually I got it set down, and I think it was a day before I even took it into the studio. No, I think I'd taken it, it was like a day or two before I'd even like set the album up for distribution. I'd taken it into the studio to like re-render because I wanted new drums for it. So okay. I rendered a new instrumental with different drums and then brought it into the studio to get a re-render of it with the new vocals. And yeah, so it was changed up right to the end.
Oh, okay.
But I think the song itself, it kind of correlates with the concept of brighter skies. It's one of the main ideas of it, where it's like you're kind of like blinded by that feeling. So when you're blinded, you know, you don't feel like anything can stop you. So it's just kind of like, all right, I'm alive. I don't want to feel anything else. There's nothing else to it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like that. I thought you did a good job on the song and the video. So it was. I'm still wondering what's in the case you're carrying, but we'll
I can't talk about it.
we'll save that for another episode. But so what else is going on? Anything new and interesting?
I have been actually writing. More obviously I've been writing more music, but I've actually been getting into like music notation writing, so like actually writing sheet music.
Oh, okay.
Recently, because I feel like that's something that I can also like learn from. Like learning more music theory will definitely be an advantage because I want to write film scores in the future.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like if I get to learn that era of like area music, then I can advance in that a lot. And I think the musical I just did, Les Mis, the Marysville High School musical, that taught me so much about music theory, like timing, rhythms,
sure,
melodies. It was a great time. Stressful, but great.
Right. Now, you had a starring role in that, right?
Yeah, I had a lead role in that. I was the leader of the rebellion on Joel Ross.
Oh, okay.
He was the one that was basically like, hey, we got to fight, and why is my friend in love? We're going to die, so.
Right. And that was performed at your high school where? Give him a shout out.
Yeah, so that was performed at our high school, Marysville High School. We had just performed it, let's see, February 24th through the 27th. It was a great time, very stressful. Not really glad it's over because it like was definitely like one of the best things I had done in so long. But yeah, everyone did great. I feel like everyone's roles just fit them so well. Our director, Mr. Martin, he did so great. The orchestra by Mr. Dusso was so good. I loved it all.
Cool. As long as you enjoy doing it, man, there's nothing wrong with doing it.
Oh yeah, you know, I used to be kind of like more down about, you know, being in theater and all that, but honestly, that one just brought me out. So
yeah, sure. I mean, you got to do what you love to do, man. If it's singing or playing or acting or all of it, you know, gotta make yourself happy. That's definitely it. Definitely, it sure beats getting up every day and going to work.
Yeah, definitely. Although we still do that here.
Yeah. So the play's all wrapped up then? Yeah,
it's all done.
Oh, okay.
We just finished this weekend, actually.
All right, cool. Well, I look forward to some new stuff coming out from you. And
should be soon.
Yeah, cool. And everybody check out Bren Axe, definitely on YouTube and Spotify and iTunes on Apple. and most of your genres out there. And I wish you the best of luck. And keep plugging, keep playing, keep singing. And I thank you for calling in. And I've enjoyed our little talk. And anytime you want to promote something, hit me up, drop me an email, and I'd be more than happy to put you back on and get things going for you again. So I appreciate your time.
All right, thank you. This is great. I loved it.
All right, cool, man. I enjoyed it too. It was a quick 15 minutes, but it was nice hearing from you. Because I always wonder what goes on with somebody when they're writing their own music, and I like to hear the stories of it, and it just
for sure.
It amazes me the talent that's out there, and I wish you the best of luck in everything you do. So.
Oh, you too, man.
Once again, I'd like to thank my guest, Bren Axe, for calling in. Appreciate the time. Good job. I'd like to thank my studio audience who showed up today, and also you, the listeners, for tuning in once again. It's that time where the end of the podcast where we're going to pay some bills and get on up out of here. Catch you next time. Thanks for listening. This episode of Have a Drink and Let's Talk audio podcast has been brought to you by WEVM Productions. Check them out on their Facebook group page at WEVM Productions and their YouTube channel as well. Also, local business, Vanderlip Upholstery, for all your furniture repair and upholstery services, located at 28709 Harper Avenue, St. Clair Shores, Michigan. Check them out on Facebook or go to Vanderlip, VANDERLIP upholstery.com. Tell them Ed Man sent you. If you or someone you know would like to be on an upcoming podcast episode, please feel free to contact me at my email, wevmproductions@gmail.com. Let me know what you want to talk about, and we'll set up something to do with you. Now, I need a drink, and you guys need to leave. Such a good jam. Turn it up. We're out of here.